Yo, guys, it's your boy Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider. Welcome to another episode of the Angry Blurred Podcast, where I'm a little bit angry, perturbed. I don't know how I feel, but I'm definitely upset about some things that I'm going to be talking about. Let's talk about the one that really pissed me off. So, last week I told you guys that Russell T Davies, showrunner for Doctor Who, said that there was going to be a statement released by the BBC in regarding to the future of Doctor Who, and that is simply Doctor Who is going on hiatus for the near future, and there is no Christmas special coming this year. So, according to a press release from the BBC, after careful consideration, the BBC, Russell T Davies, and production company Bad Wolf have collectively decided not to go ahead with the previously announced Doctor Who Christmas episode. The decision was not taken lightly, and we know it will be disappointing for fans. But in order to set the show up for a future series, it was decided that rather than bridge the gap with a one-off special, we are choosing to push forward to invest in the long-term future of the show, which ensures that when the TARDIS lands once more, it does so in all its glory. All right. So Russell T Davies actually made a post on Instagram confirming that he was leaving. So he said, "And so goodbye from me to the Doctor Who." I'm sorry. And so goodbye from me to Doctor Who, but hello to a big new future for the show. As the BBC announces it's putting the show out to tender, as a result, there won't be a Christmas special. We only cooked that up to guarantee a future when no one knew that would happen. But now we do know there's no need for it. You'll have to wait a bit longer for new Doctor Who. But you'll be waiting for more Doctor Who than a one off. So it's worth it. For the record, there was no script, I never wrote it, and no actor was ever approached to play the next Doctor. You may disagree, fine. Sit in the chair and wait to be proved right. You'll wait a long time. Now I'm as excited as anyone to see what comes next. Will they keep the theme tune? Will they lose the Blue Bucks? Will they bring back the Darvin? It's all up for grabs, which is so Doctor Who. Exciting and unpredictable and new. Here comes the future, and he made the TARDIS sound effect. So, no new Who. And that pisses me off because it's like last year they showed the Doctor regenerate in the Billy Piper. We've seen the Doctor regenerate into people he met before, i.e., Peter Capaldi. So I'm gonna be using this twice in this episode. Kevin Garnett said it best and Uncut Gems, and here it is.
Canon.
Why the fuck would you show me something if I couldn't have it then?
So yeah, why the fuck would you show me something if I can't have it? So there's just been more drama that's been coming out after this announcement. So according to a new report from Deadline, the BBC and Bad Wolf parting ways came after all sides realized that Doctor Who required a level of surgery that could not be masked by the sticking plaster of a festive episode. So the creative surgery is expected to take years and potentially keep the show off of TV until 2028 at the earliest, not the latest, the earliest. So apparently, since there was no script for the Christmas special and like nobody up for the running of the next Doctor, but less than 6 months to get the special on screen, even if post-production would have been shortened by the absence of an international partner. So that it's just like, what the fuck is going on in the UK with the future of Doctor Who? Because, like I said, I got into the show about 17, 18 years ago now when a former friend was like, "Oh, you need to check out this show," and he let me borrow his DVDs. Yes, DVDs. They didn't release Doctor Who on Blu-ray until about like 4 or 5 years ago. And he let me borrow this spinoff, Torchwood, which for some reason was released on Blu-ray, but Doctor Who wasn't. Maybe it's because they weren't filming Doctor Who in HD until like I want to say the Matt Smith years. And by then I caught up. Like he only let me hold like the Tenet stuff because Matt Smith's Doctor was on Netflix at the time. But yeah, it's just like what the I've been watching this show consistently. I want to say Matt Smith's third season. Let me look up series 7. I want to say.
What would you like to watch?
Not shut up. I said series. Good grief. All right. No. So it was his second season. So series 6. That's where I came in with the Christmas Carol and the Impossible Astronaut and all that stuff. And I've watched it consistently since. So I don't know if it was just because the BBC didn't like the ratings as far as like what was going on with Disney Plus, but now it's all of it except the Disney 60th anniversary specials and Nishidi's 2 seasons are on AMC Plus. Honestly, I feel like I might just have to cave in. I got to see how much AMC Plus is. Um, as a matter of fact, let me do that right now. But the problem with that is that's the only thing on there. I said AMC Plus, not AMC Theaters, but whatever. It really sucks that I don't get it for free. So it starts at $7.99 a month. But yeah, so they have all the BBC America stuff, so I can run back Orphan Black. But I already downloaded all that. Like I don't care about this Anne Rice stuff, like Interview with the Vampire, Talamasca, Mayfair Witches, the Vampire Lestat. I don't care about the walk. Oh, Tales from the Crypt is coming to AMC Plus. Okay, so two things. Yeah, I gotta see what all is on here. Like Dark Winds, I don't care about. Gangs of London, I might get into. In this way, Jared can finally watch season 3 because they take forever to like put that stuff on Netflix. Like Gangs of London started, like season 3 started. I want to say like came out like 2 years ago, and it's still not on Netflix. Okay, so I'm looking at the plans now. $7.99 is with ads. Unfortunately, I don't care about live channels. I might just have to get the 10.99 plan. So it gives me access to AMC Plus, Shutter, and Sundance. Now I don't give a shit about Sundance. Don't care about live channels streamed without ads. So 10.99. Oh, fuck. God damn it. But yeah. So no new Who for a while. I actually have to tell Samir's wife. Call her real quick to see if I can get a reaction. I don't know if she knows. Hopefully she answers the phone and she's not like, sleep or high.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
hey, so I'm recording the podcast and
Um,
I don't know if you heard, but Doctor Who is basically done for now.
yes, I did hear.
All right, and I wanted to get your reaction because like you're the only other person I know who watches Doctor Who
My reaction was essentially, oh well, now I'll have time to catch up on the season.
consistently. Oh yeah, that's right. 'Cause what was the last season? You didn't watch Jodie yet, did you?
No.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Well, you can watch it now, and then you gotta.
I'm watching Testaments right now. When I finish the season, I will go back and start some Judy Whittaker.
Okay, so you watched all of Capaldi.
Yes.
Okay, so you just got Jodie in the 60th anniversary specials and 15. Okay, I thought you were
Well,
gonna
thank you.
be a little bit more
Well, thank you
dramatic.
for thinking of me.
Yeah, no problem. Because I'm like, this is like, why would they even tell us like there was a Christmas special coming just for Russell T Davies to be like, yeah, we just said that just to say I ain't even write shit, you know?
That's funny.
Yeah, but all right. Tell your husband don't call me because I'm recording. He likes to call me as soon as like I hit record.
He's asleep right now, so sure.
Oh,
If he
okay.
wakes up, I'm sure he doesn't call you.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you.
No problem.
All right, see ya. So yeah, no, I'm still like pissed off about this crap. All right, what is my next story? My next story is actually about season 3 of The Last of Us, and we just got some casting news on that. So Peter Sarsgaard, who I always tend to get mixed up with Stellan Skarsgård, even though I've seen maybe one thing with Peter Sarsgaard in it. I'm sorry, I've seen several things apparently, and I was planning on watching another one. All right, so Peter Sarsgaard uh, has joined the cast of The Last of Us. He will actually be playing the role of Aemon, who is the leader of the Seraphites. Um, he is a series creation. Aemon is not in the games at all, and um, I don't really know how I feel about The Last of Us going forward, since Craig Mazin is going to be the only one writing the show and executive producing, since Neil Druckmann stepped back to focus on Heretic. I'm pretty sure, that's just whatever bullshit they said just to, kind of kick him away from his baby. But yeah, so Peter Sarsgaard, I'm looking at his filmography right now. Looking at the movies I might have seen him in. I know I saw him in Green Lantern because he played Hector Hammond. Apparently, he was in Orphan. Was he the father? Looks like he might have been the father. Yeah, John Coleman. Yes. So, did not know that was the same person. I don't think I've seen that much with him. Black Mass, yes. Lovelace. He was in the Batman. Gil Colson. I gotta look that up. He's also in The Bride, which I haven't watched because nobody saw that movie. And he's gonna be in Roadhouse too. So yeah, shout out to him. He's also on a show in well, he was in 4 episodes called of a show on HBO Max called DTF St. Louis. Keep meaning to watch it. I added it to my watch list, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. So there's that. All right, my next story. Project Hail Mary, as we know, did gangbusters at the box office. I don't know why I said gangbusters. Made a shit ton of money. Biggest hit for AMC, not AMC, Amazon MGM. Um, please go see He Man. I'm gonna be reviewing that at the end of the episode, by the way. It is not going to Prime Video, so if you were planning on streaming this movie, thinking, oh, it's an Amazon MGM movie, it's just gonna go to Prime, just like Mercy and everything else. Nope. Sorry for you. Hate to burst your bubble. So, because for some reason Amazon is trying to keep MGM Plus alive, it is going to go to MGM Plus instead. I'm still waiting for the physical edition. They'll be that line is like, oof. Yeah, I don't think they gave a release date for the physical, but it will be on MGM Plus on June 18th, which is what, Wednesday? So yeah. Get MGM Plus if you want to check it out. Like I said, it is not going to Prime Video. I'm actually going on Amazon real quick to see when Project Hail Mary physically. Are they not going to do a physical version of them? Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Project Hail Mary, $37.99. It has no release date because according to Amazon, it will be released on December 31st, 2099. So that is never a good sign. I'm gonna check Grove because Grove is usually good with release dates. Like they even have disclosure date up already. All right, Project Hail Mary. Like I'm listening to the book right now, and I'm liking like some of the differences. Okay, it's not up here. Like how Stratwin got a guy from New Zealand out of prison who said he was being prosecuted for embezzling funds from the New Zealand government, although 7 people died on his watch. But yeah, check out Project Hail Mary. That movie was good to the point where I bought the audiobook. I still haven't even listened to The Martian. I like Andy Weir, but I've just never bothered to listen to his stuff. So I I'm going to buy The Martian, but when I'm done with Project Hail Mary, I have to finish Darren Hayes' autobiography, and then Artemis, which was his third book. This man loves space, so I think they even announced that Artemis was either being turned into a movie or a TV series. I cannot remember, but yeah, Project Hail Mary, um, MGM Plus this Wednesday. All right, so a movie that I did not review because I was not doing this podcast. Oh no, that's a game. Um, but, 12 years ago when it came out. So It Follows. Really got to turn off that blurred background. The sequel, They Follow. We got some casting news on that. Oh, it's 11 years old. It came out 2015. Naomi Aki. She played Lando's daughter in The Rise of Skywalker. She has joined the cast. She's also in I Love Boosters, which isn't shown anywhere near me, but it would be nice to see it. So they revealed some of the details about this movie. It's obviously going to be following Micah Monroe's character after the events of the first movie, which is 10 years later. Which, they rarely do for sequels, especially if it's been like 10, 11 years since the sequel. So they would definitely have to explain that. So if you don't know, spoiler alert for an 11-year-old movie, Micah Monroe's character, Jay, she got involved with a supernatural presence that slowly and unrelentingly followed a person until they were dead. And the only way the curse could be stopped was if you died or passed it along to someone else through sex. But when that person died, it basically went back to you. So it's like a weird boomerang thing. It's like, okay, so you fucked him. I'm going to kill him, but I'm going to come back to you. So this is going to explain how she survived for the past decade, and did she figure out a way to pass the curse along? So I feel like it's going to give like a truth or dare type of resolution, like with the ending of Truth or Dare. If you've never seen it, once again, spoiler alert for a movie that's like a decade old. So they played a game of Truth or Dare in a cave, got a curse, and the curse made like somebody near you say Truth or Dare, so you had to like either dare or tell the truth. And like only 2 survivors were left, and they got smart with it. They got on YouTube and posted a video saying, "Oh, if you watch this video, you're gonna die, so and so forth, whatever." And now I have a question for you: Truth or dare? Because once somebody says something like that in a video, you're going to be compelled to watch. So I would really like to see like the aftermath of what happened this movie. I'm definitely going to rewatch this before They Follow come out. I might watch it this weekend, but I might watch Project Hail Mary this weekend since I sell the 7 C's because fuck Jeff Bezos. All right. The next story is it's really a blurb at this point. It's been what, 9 years? Let me see when. Oh, it's been 12 years since 22 Jump Street came out. But this week we got the announcement that we will be getting 24 Jump Street. And Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum, and Ice Cube are all in talks to return for the third movie. Phil Lord, Chris Miller, and Neil Moritz, who I believe wrote and produced 21 and 22 Jump Street, will be back to produce, but the film will be directed by Rodney Rothman, written by Rodney Rothman, Jonah Hill, and Megan Malloy. Rodney Rothman. Okay, that's why I was like, I know that name from somewhere. He worked on, he directed Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and he directed Pop Star Never Stop Stopping. I'm sorry, Never Stop, Never Stopping. And forgetting Sarah Marshall and Get Him to the Greek. Thought it was Nicholas Stoller, but okay, cool. So yeah, no details just yet on what the plot's going to be, if they're going to go full camp, like how they were doing at the end of 22 Jump Street, saying that, one was going to be in space and whatnot. I really hope they don't do that, because we don't need like a comedy of Armageddon or something like that. I'm still upset that Sony dropped the ball on that 21 Jump Street Men in Black crossover, but it is what it is. Anyway, I am going to take a break. Excuse me. I'm going to finish this dubby, or get close to finishing it. And I got to check on my clothes, because I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my dryer's running. So I got to go catch that. Be right back. This episode is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby gives you focus and energy without the crash and jitters. It has no sugar, fillers, or artificial dyes. Mix 1 packet or scoop into 8 or 12 ounces of water. Stir or shake well.
Some powderiness is normal, and it has all the important vitamins. So this has vitamin C, B3, B6, and B12. And it's made from coffee fruit extract. So drink it and go conquer a task. And go to debbie.gg and use my promo code AngryBlurred10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. That's debbie.gg with promo code AngryBlurred10.
All right, I am back. You ever like go and do something, then your body's like, nah, you got to go to the bathroom. So, yeah. TMI, but that's what happened. Summer Game Fest is over. I talked about PlayStation, State of Play, and a few things that were announced, like in between, like Final Fantasy VII Revelation and everything. So everyone's like, Bernard, you're a fucking hater. Why aren't you talking about Xbox? Blah 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 blah. Because bitch, the shit didn't air until Sunday. This episode goes up on Sunday. I record on Saturdays, like right now as we speak. It is Saturday, December 13th, and it is 5:13 p.m. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the Xbox Developer Showcase so you can get off my dick. All right. So we got a few things that were announced that caught my eye, and I was like, fuck, I want one, but I'm never gonna play it. There is a 25th anniversary Xbox Series S. I'm sorry, Series X. So it's got the transparent green like the OG Xbox. The commercial like was straight up nostalgia. It's also got the original black and white buttons and the original Duke controller. I don't know why they call it the Duke controller or whatever. So yeah, it's gonna be a limited edition console that's gonna be hitting select markets in November. So I saw that, I was like, fuck. So I mean, I might just fucking cave and get it. One thing I don't care about Call of Duty, as you guys know, I'm not a first-person shooter fan. I'm not a first-person anything, racing, fighting, whatever. So there is going to be a Call of Duty extraction experience called DMZ for Modern Warfare 4, and that's going to be launching on October 23rd. Clockwork Revolution is back, but there's going to be a showcase DLC in it called The Heist. I'm sorry, I was fucking with this button on my pants. I don't think they gave a release date for that, but it's an Xbox console exclusive. It's like, don't say it's a console exclusive if it's going to be released on Steam. But yeah, I believe this game is already out and they're just adding more stuff to it. Like I'm looking at the production notes for it. Yeah, it looks like it's already out. Yeah, because you can buy it now. It doesn't say pre-order. So it looks like it's just DLC. That Doom: The Dark Ages Revelations. That will be out July 7th. So basically, this is going to be an all new campaign expansion, chapter of the Slayer saga. Only on Xbox, like everything else. Fable finally has a release date. I think I told you guys it was going to be February, something like that. The actual release date is going to be February 23rd of next year, and they announced that Haley Atwell will be playing a character, Bella. It looks like they might have pulled back on this being released on PlayStation because it looks like Asha Sharma, who is the CEO, president of Xbox, kind of blocked PlayStation from putting out the Halo campaign Evolve trailer on the State of Play because it's an Xbox first game. So she was like, "No, motherfuckers, we're doing it on our shit." Also, Gears of War is going back to being Xbox exclusive. Gears of War E-Day Emergence is going to be the new Gears of War game that will be coming out on October 6th. It looks like Fable will still be coming out on all systems because it does not say console exclusive. Halo Campaign Evolved is coming out this July, July 28th. So yeah, if you have Xbox Game Pass, that would be available on day one, and for Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass. Fans of Minecraft, Minecraft Dungeons 2 will be coming out on September 29th. It's Minecraft. I don't care. All right. So this is the game that I wanted, and I'm still pissed that the second one never got released on PlayStation. So this is another step in the Hellblade universe. So this is Senua. So this will be coming out sometime next year. So this was made by Ninja Blade. So if you never played Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, I highly recommend it. And it's one of those games that you should really play with headphones on because it's about a Celtic warrior dealing with like the trauma of her village being murdered and everything. So in this one, she's trapped between life and death in a fractured vision of purgatory. So she must fight to reach the afterlife and reunite with those she loved and lost, battling forces that threaten everything that she. So it really sucks that this is not going to PlayStation because, like I said, Hellblade 2, I would love to play. Um, I started the first one, and that was around the time my games got stolen, so I never really went back to it. And when they made the announcement that Hellblade 2 was coming out, I got geeked up. But that was also the same day that they announced that Xbox bought Ninja Theory, Xbox exclusive. So it's just sitting on my shelf collecting dust. All right, Spyro: A Realm Beyond is the first original Spyro game in 2 decades. So this is done by Toy for Bob, who did the remasters for the Spyro Reignited trilogy and the Crash Bandicoot um, called the Insanity trilogy, I think it is. They also did Crash Bandicoot 4: It's About Time, which I really need to beat. Um, so now they're coming back with the fourth Spyro game. So this will be coming out sometime in spring 2027. I do believe this will be out on all systems. Um, they didn't say. I'm double checking that right now. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it because I was never the biggest Spyro fan, but it is going to be on the PlayStation Store. So shout out to Toys for Bob for buying their independence back from Xbox. State of Decay 3 will be coming out in 2027. No official release date, just says sometime next year. So basically, this is a co-op shooter with 4 players where you fight against zombies. An open world game. All right. Castlevania Belmont's Curse for you Castlevania fans. That will be out on October 15th. Crazy Taxi is back. Don't know if Crazy Taxi World Tour will be going to all systems, but I'm pretty sure it should because last time I checked, Crazy Taxi is owned by Sega. I am going to double check this. Sega's website now. Wish list. Yes, it will be on all systems. So PlayStation, Steam, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox. Something called Magicians: The Devil's Deal will be coming out next year on Xbox as well. That one. Metro 2039 will also be released in February. This is going to all systems. Last time I checked, because I do recall talking about this once upon a time on when I did PlayStation State of Play coverage. So this is done by Deep Silver. I've never played any of the Metro games. I think I have Metro Exodus. That one's a VR game. Persona 6 was announced, and Persona 4 Revival, which is basically a remaster remake, is available for pre-order. So no official release date on Persona 6, but you can pre-order Persona 4 now. Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy, which is the sequel to Plague Tale Innocence, will be coming out on October 27th. Don't care about Valamoris or Vivarium, Where the Winds Meet. Has a new DLC called Hidden Mountain, which will be coming out sometime in July. So yeah, that was basically it for them. Everything else was just updates. Like Elder Scrolls got an update, Fallout 76 got a free infestation update, Flight Simulator 2024 added some national parks and national air races. A game that nobody is playing, Sea of Thieves, had some DLC. So yeah. Let me go ahead and get into the Nintendo Direct. So Nintendo had their Direct on Monday, and they announced a few things, and some of them like I'm pretty much done with Nintendo. I've said this time and time again. The only reason I ever buy Nintendo products is for Super Smash Brothers. Like I have like several games. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pause this, go get my games real quick, and show you all the games I have. All right, I'm back. So I know I was like talking a few weeks ago when they did the Nintendo Direct about the Star Fox remake and how Nintendo Switch 2s are going up in price. So these are all my games. All right, so I have what's this? Per row? No, 6, 12, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I think I either have 29 or 30 games. So all these games I have on my Nintendo Switch, and I barely play any of them. Like legit dead ass. The only thing I ever really play on my Switch is Super Smash Brothers. Like I said, like I have the Crash Bandicoot games on here. I have all 4 on here, and I've never beat them on here. Like I can, like hold on, tell you the games that I beat for my Switch. So Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, because I put them in alphabetical order because I'm anal retentive like that. I'm including fighting games, by the way. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I didn't beat that on the Switch. I beat that on the PS5. Streets of Rage 4, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Smash Brothers, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. So out of the 29 games I have, what did I name? Like 5? All right, 1-2 Switch. That's not a game with levels, but that's a game you can play with friends. So I might have a game night one of these days. America's Best Game Shows. That's another game that you play with friends. Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. ARMS. Customer gave me that. Don't know. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Play it more on the PlayStation than I do the Switch. Because my justification for buying this was maybe I'll use my fucking Switch more, which I don't. Crash Bandicoot 4. Same logic. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I bought that because I was so hyped after Breath of the Wild. So yeah, Just Dance, same thing. Party game. Breath of the Wild, like I said, I beat that one. Tears of the Kingdom. Fuck this game. So not only did Nintendo say, you know what, we're gonna charge you an additional $10, $20. I can't remember. No, it was 20 because it was 70. Because they were like, we're gonna charge you an additional $20 because we made the game so fucking big. And the problem with this game is it's too fucking open. Like Zelda games are meant to be open, but on the land, why is there a whole nother world up in the sky? I played like an hour of it and I checked out. Like my friend Jamel even checked out. Mario Tennis Aces, sports game. It doesn't have a story. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I bought this on a whim because I was like, I like Ultimate Alliance. I can't play 1 and 2 because I don't have them anymore. In their PS3 games, so I'm trying to get those back. Nope. Metroid Dread. Metroidvanias are a bitch. It's just a lot of back and forth. So like somewhere along the line, I just like gave up on this game. Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. I had this on the Wii. I beat it on the Wii. Don't know why I bought it. All right, Switch Sports. I might as well give this to my friend because my god kids keep freaking acting about it, even though they don't really play it. Like I said, Battle for the Grid, I beat. Prince of Persia: The Lost Throne was the only game in the 6 years that I've owned a Switch that I've actually taken with me to work and beat outside of my home. Sonic Colors, hate that game. Don't know why I bought it. Sonic Frontiers, I beat that on the PS5. Sonic X Shadow Generations, I bought that because it was a Japanese import and I got it for like $10. Spyro, like I said, why did I buy it? It was on sale. Streets of Rage 4, I beat Sonic, Super Mario 3D All Stars. I bought this because this was a limited edition game, which I can probably sell now for like $500. All right. Nintendo delisted it. It was just for an anniversary for Mario. So if you own this game, you can probably not 500. That's me overreacting, exaggerating, whatever. You probably sell it for like $80 to $200. So yeah, I might just sell this. I got to see how much it's worth on eBay. Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. I originally had this on the DS. A customer gave it to me. Caffeinated on, so my computer doesn't go back to sleep. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I started this game. It's like one of the last games I legit bought for the Switch. That wasn't a remaster, a port, a remake, or anything like that. And I think I bought that like last year. I got like 20 levels in. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 got hyped because of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I bought this on Woot. So Woot is like Amazon's clearance site app or whatever. And I think I got it for like $15. I started it, then I remembered I fucking hated Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii. I almost hit the Switch. Still plays the same. Super Mario Odyssey, I beat that. Super Smash Brothers, beat that. Cowabunga Collection, I play more on the PS5. Loco, I know you're gonna say something about but you still didn't beat that OG one on NES. You're fucking right, I didn't. Cause fuck that swimming level. Shredder's Revenge, side scroller beat 'em up. I love it. So yeah, I don't even know. Oh yeah, I'm talking about Nintendo Direct. I'm tripping. So yeah, they announced a few things. One of the things that everyone's hyped about, never really played it because I never really beat any of them in the franchise besides Breath of the Wild. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is getting a remake. Um, so they didn't give a release date, but they said it's going to be coming out sometime this year, exclusively on the Switch too. So obviously, it's an exclusive. Like Nintendo has never licensed any of their games out to any other franchises. All right, Kingdom Hearts Collection 1 through 3. So that will be out on October 8th, where you can play 1 through 3 in the Remind DLC. Minecraft is getting a Switch version. Splatoon Raiders will be coming out on July 23rd, but they will be doing a Nintendo Direct specifically for Splatoon Raiders on June 30th. Dragon Quest Monsters: The Withered World. Never played the Dragon Quest game. They didn't even put it. I'm sorry. This will be out December 3rd. Final Fantasy Resonance is getting a HD 2D remaster, and that would be out on all systems: Switch 2, Switch 1, PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC on October 22nd. The Star Fox demo dropped because the game will be out at the end of the month on the 25th. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort, only on the Switch 2, and that will be October 22nd. So they're going to be adding in a few games like boxing, table tennis, archery, regular tennis, volleyball, bowling, baseball, golf, thumb wrestling, and they're going to be having other things where you can do like jump rope, power cruising, and prop planes. Xenoblade Chronicles is getting a new game called Xenoblade Genesis, and that will be out sometime next year. Xenoblade Chronicles will be getting a Switch 2 edition, so I don't know if that's just going to be like a polish, and that will be out on July 3rd and December 2nd. So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3. Because I think the first one is already out. Devil May Cry 5 is coming to the Switch 2, which is a surprise. That will be out on June 23rd. Lies of P, which is a game that Samira was constantly talking about, which I don't think he actually played, will be out on August 6th. Lords of the Fallen 2 will be coming out on the Switch as well. There is a Jujutsu Kaisen game coming out called Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble. Servation? We just making up words now. Servitation. And that will be coming out sometime this year. I'm not making this up. This is not a word. Survivation. I'm gonna look this up right now and see. Like Google's probably like, what the fuck? Yeah, only thing that comes up is the Jujutsu Kaisen game. All right, Donkey Kong Bonanza is getting some DLC. Did not give a release date on that. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave will be coming out September 17th. Pokemon Poketopia will be getting some DLC. Part 1 already dropped to buy, but it will be released in August. One Piece Grand Tournament will be coming out on December 26th on the Switch 1, 2, Steam, the App Store, and Google Play. So it looks like this is kind of going to be like a mobile game. Rayman Legends Retold, as I told you guys about, will be coming out on October 1st, but they confirmed it for the Switch. Orbitals is a 2-player co-op game that will be coming out for Switch 2 September 3rd. Stellar Blade is hitting the Switch sometime this year. Dragon's Dogma 2 will be hitting Switch 2 on October 9th, um, as well as the DLC. Onimusha Way of the Sword has been confirmed, so it's Switch 2 for September. And let's go ahead and talk about the game that they showed that really pissed me off. Because, like Kevin Garnett said, why the fuck would you show me something if I can't have it? Kingdom Hearts 4 got a it got a teaser trailer just so, they can let us know, hey, we didn't forget about you guys. We're remaking Final Fantasy 7 and doing Final Fantasy 16 and remastering all these other side scroller 2D Final Fantasy games. We didn't forget about Kingdom Hearts 4, even though it's been 7 years since the last one came out. And we know you guys are used to waiting a long time for Kingdom Hearts. So guess what? You're going to wait a little bit longer because here's a teaser with no fucking release date.
Why the fuck would you show me something if I couldn't have it then?
And I've complained about this time and time again. Why do you keep showing me teasers for games that... I obviously know that Kingdom Hearts is going to be released eventually, especially since they keep on, hitting us with the classics. Here's a remake, or remaster, or a port of the original trilogy. Like, they did this for PlayStation 4, and like that Kingdom Hearts 1 to 3 that I announced that's coming to the Switch is also going to be released on the PlayStation 5. Will the graphics be polished? Probably not. But I'm not buying it because I have Kingdom Hearts, the story so far, which has the collection of all the games. So 1, Birth by Sleep, Chain of Memories, which I refuse to play, Dream Drop Distance. 2, all the cinematics from 358 over 2 days, Birth by Sleep 0.2, 3, and like the story of back cover. So yeah, no release date for Kingdom Hearts 4. Like I just posted on my social for the podcast, the classic Kevin Garnett. Why the fuck would you show me something if I can't have it from Uncut Gems? So I really need game companies to stop doing this because it honestly pisses me off. So yeah, there's that. All right, my last story is in regards to comic books. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy these, but it's been a while since this has happened. Marvel is returning to the Mangaverse. So there's going to be a 5-part event this September for the 25th anniversary of the Mangaverse. So you just had to be there, like in the early 2000s when the Mangaverse hit off. So basically, Marvel's Mangaverse was, we're going to take these classic characters from Marvel and put them in put them in an anime Marvel aesthetic. So like Spider-Man was like part of Spider Clan. I think I have like the second Marvel Mangaverse series. So this went from 2000 to 2002. I'm actually gonna talk about like Volume 1 real quick. So, Bruce Banner actually got possessed by the Hulk. So, and they made Iron Maiden Antoinette Stark, and those two were in a relationship together. Wasp was actually an employee of Stark Industries who created the Wasp, which was called the Wing Amplification Surge Plasma. Hank Pym was a boy genius who helped Banner construct an energy well, and he can control ants with his guitar. So yeah, like all this stuff is campy, but it's in the style of anime. Like Doctor Strange is the same. His assistant is Tigra, who is cursed. So she actually has to perform 1,000 good deeds for the curse to be broken. But yeah, Damon Hellstone and Johnny Blaze are brothers, who are basically Ghost Rider and Sons of Satan. They basically are Sam and Dean Winchester from Supernatural. But yeah, check out the Mangaverse. So like I said, there will be a 25th anniversary 5-issue series starting in September. So they're going to be 5 interconnected one-shots with lineups from creators Joe Kelly, Jack Kelly, Cody Ziegler, Ashley Allen, Alyssa Wong, Remy Ruiz, Kai Zama, Mirka Andolfo, and Michael Ying. So the first one is going to be called Marvel Mangaverse Web of Blood, and I believe that one's going to deal with like Miles Morales and a few people who I can't think of at the moment. But yeah, it looks good. So I'm gotta go to the comic book store, add that to my pull list. So there's Web of Blood, Arconic Avengers, Ghost Lock, Iron Knight, and Web of Destiny. So yeah, I'll obviously be talking about those more in the September solicits next month, July. Yeah, because it's every 2 months. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and cue up this spoiler alert. I am going to talk about Masters of the Universe, directed by Travis Knight, with a screenplay from Christopher Butler, Aaron and Adam Neve, and David Callahan. This stars Nicholas Galtazine, Camila Mendez, Idris Elba, Kirsten Wiig, Jared Leto, Lorena Baccarin, Allison Brie. I'm pulling up the rest of the people because those were the only ones I could remember off the top of my head. James Purfoy, Jonas Harker, Johansson. That might be it. So, our movie starts in Eternia, where Skeletor attacks. Eternia hell bent on getting the Sword of Power, which is the weapon that can turn this wielder into a god. The sorceress sends young Prince Adam to Earth with the sword to keep it out of Skeletor's hands. On the travel to Earth, Adam loses his grip on the sword and gets separated from it. So now he's stuck on Earth. 15 years later, Adam is working in HR, but constantly dreams of going back to Eternia. All of his friends tells him he's crazy and he's dealing with the trauma of losing his family. But then one day he actually gets a text message that someone found the sword, which is actually in a comic book store in Oklahoma City where he lives. So he finds the sword. Beastman shows up to attack him, and Tila, who is his childhood friend, finds him and takes him back to Eternia. When they get saved by an Amazon truck, which I'll talk about later. Adam eventually reunites with Man at Arms, aka Duncan, played by Idris Elba, who is now a drunk after losing the battle against Trapjaw during the conquest of Eternia. Adam eventually activates the power and becomes He-Man. He-Man, Man at Arms, Tila, and Roboto finally go on a quest to save Eternia and find themselves in the hands of Skeletor's tyranny, and surprise that they end up beating Skeletor with the power of friendship and resolution. So, yeah, that's basically it. So, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and I recommend this movie to anybody who is a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves, and the first 3 Thor movies. So it gives you all that with the humor of like Ragnarok, the sword and sorcery of Dungeons and Dragons, and like the outworld mysticism of Thor. So, Jeff Bezos, if you are watching this, which I probably know you're not, I might even turn it into a clip. We get it. Amazon MGM Studios produced this movie. You don't have to put product placement for Amazon in every single movie they do. Did you not learn the lesson from War of the Worlds? How everybody thought that was dumb. Oh yeah, it's a pandemic. Yeah, we're gonna use Prime Video to send you this stuff. No shit, we get it. Okay, it's like it was just so blatant. But I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, with the exception of that one spot. Shout out to Shamir Zatama, who played Adam's boss. Jared Leto crushed it. Y'all can hate on Jared Leto all you want. Accusations are just accusations. When the proof comes out, then I'll renounce Jared Leto. But he did his damn thing as Skeletor. And, everyone's like, oh, Jared Leto's in the movie. It's cursed. Stop it, okay? There's no such thing as fucking curses. Thoroughly enjoyed the movie. A few of my friends went to go see it last night. I wish I could have went, but I didn't have the money. I was supposed to go see scary movies, but then I ended up not feeling well. So I wasn't going to try to juggle like 2 movies at once. So I ended up not seeing anything at all. I'll probably go run it back in like 2 weeks or so. But I have to go see Disclosure Day this coming week, so I can review that next week. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this movie a 9. The Amazon truck really pissed me off. I wish there was a few more things that would have been included, like Adam's backstory on Earth outside of the one scene where they showed him as a kid in history class, where he talked about Ram Man. And that's one thing I also liked about the movie. They made fun of themselves because nobody's ever going to call themselves Ram Man and Fisto. Like, yeah, you fist people. No, I don't. Yeah, man, Ram Man, give him some head. So yeah, I thought that was funny. We got some adult humor in there. I was pissed that we didn't get to see Orko because I'm like, are they just saving Orko? I'm like, wait, Orko's not in this movie, but Orko does show up and basically gives like a lesson at the end of the movie. So I was kind of glad they included Orko. And there is a mid-credit scene that involves She-Ra. Did not know they were siblings because, like I said, I did not watch He-Man and the Masters of the Universe really growing up as a child because the show was, I think, was off the air by the time I grew up, and I did not watch the 99 thousand series. I'm actually going to Wikipedia right now to see like the animated series. So yeah, bro, Masters of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe went from 83 to 85. She-Ra came out in 85 to 87. The New Adventures of He-Man came out in 90. So I could have watched the 2004 series that was on, I guess, Cartoon Network, but I don't know. I'm sorry, 2002 to 2004. I don't know what I was watching around then besides Smallville. It was 2000. Couldn't have watched it. Well, 2003. She-Ra I did not watch because that was on Netflix. I watched Masters of the Universe Revolution. I did not watch the weird CG like Kid Central. But yeah, so it really wasn't around by the time like my brain was like fully cognizant to watch this stuff. But yeah, it aired on Toonami, so maybe it's on HBO Max. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Jared Leto crushed it. I like the meta commentary of like Skeletor going into Adam's head and like pumping iron. I like the Dolph Lundgren cameo of Adam at the gym. You're in my spot, and he asked him for some advice. It was a nice changing of the guard, honestly. But yeah, y'all go see Masters of the Universe. Because last time I checked, it was at like $40-50 million worldwide. Let's go to Box Office Mojo to see how it's faring against Steven Spielberg and Scary Movie. Scary Movie made like $100 million. Masters of the Universe, we are at $65 million worldwide. I mean, we're doing well domestically. It's at 40 million, and internationally, it's 24. So yeah, y'all go see them. You will enjoy it. Like I said, there's a. Oh, and I forgot to talk about the post-credit scene of Evil Lynn. Basically, she's gonna revive Skeletor because Adam killed him. Check out. No more Doctor Who for me. Xbox had a mild showcase. Nintendo showed up with Kingdom Hearts 4 and just pissed me off. But yeah, guys. Next week, review for Disclosure Day, and finally, I will start reviewing My Adventures with Superman because episode 1 is dropping tomorrow. So that was another episode of the Angry Blair Podcast. I'm your boy Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider. Whip whip. Go to w.gg. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.